it's Brenda, and we are at day 24. I hope you had a little bit of fun in day 23 and you sort of had put your feet up and just sort of thought a little bit more reflective. It was a day where it didn't really require a lot more of writing, it was really more of visualizing. So now, day 24, it's really about asking you the question, so, okay, you've outlined your deal, so what's preventing you from achieving that? And some of you may respond with very logical reasons. I've got a family, or I'm too busy trying to do another project, and that's all fine. It's not a problem. But if it's something that you might be able to overcome, such as, again, I talked about this in another day, is fear. Fear is usually one of the main reasons why a lot of people don't move forward. And so you may want to look at the fear, break down the steps to move forward. So when you're answering this question and you're outlining some of those barriers in there, be really clear about what some of those barriers are. And sometimes you find at the end, well, I can overcome that. Oh, well, that I can achieve. When you write it out, you actually can visually, again, back to a visual exercise, you can visually see why you have these barriers. And then you can either in your own mind figure out ways to overcome them, or you can actually meet up with a buddy and talk about some of these fears. They may have some ideas, or you may end up partnering with somebody to help do something. So you never know, but certainly outline them. And then I got into a question that seemed very similar to what I'd already asked you the previous day. This one is looking for if a miracle was all of a sudden given to you overnight and there are no barriers, there's nothing. It's what would you do differently in your life if you had that miracle? What would it be? And you may say, well, why are we answering this one again? Sometimes when you answer the ideal day, you're outlining a bit more of a pattern. When you're looking at a miracle, you're actually looking at something that's so far beyond how you would normally think. And I want you to do that because I want you to extend your thinking and your dreaming and see, is this miracle way beyond what I can achieve? Is it no different from my ideal day, which is fantastic if they're similar? But if it's not similar, if it's way out there, you may want to look at what makes that miracle day and what can you do more in your life to begin working towards achieving that miracle. You may not get, there are $10 million if you're looking at a financial, but you may start to break it down and say, well, what would be a miracle? If I could make another $10,000 a year, would that actually be a great miracle? So those are some of the things that when you look at this exercise, when you start to write down and you actually review your answers, you might find ways to overcome. And again, this is the future. This is about you moving forward. So then carry on again with the exercises, the challenges, and the rucksack. And this is your final day of putting me putting new challenges down and of you putting new reflections into your rucksack. Because tomorrow it's really about a summary, capturing all. We don't do it in a chart this time. We do it differently through some questions because we really want you to limit the number of thoughts that you have or ideas or what's in your rucksack. So tomorrow, or the last day, day 25, will be could be a longer day than you're used to having. So you may allow yourself a couple of hours because it's again reflecting on what is it that's important to move forward. All right, so we'll see you then.